Good morning, students. Now today we will start the new chapter, that is theory of supply. Now first of all, understand the meaning of the supply. It refers to the quantity of a commodity which a producer or firm is willing to sell in the market at a particular price and a particular period of time. That means supply is the amount of a product that a producer is offering, or maybe he is ready to sell at the given price and at the given period of time. Now let's see the supply schedule and supply curve. Now first of all, we will see the individual supply schedule. That means individual supply schedule is the tabular statement which shows the amounts of a product that a single producer or the firm is offering for sale at the various prices. That means this is the individual supply curve of the individual firm or the individual producer. Now you can see if the price is 2, quantity is 10 units, price increases, quantity supplied also increases. That means there is a positive relationship between the price and the quantity relationship, quantity supplied. If price increases, quantity also increases. If price decreases, quantity also decreases. The same thing is shown in the individual supply curve. First of all, on the x-axis we have taken the quantity supplied QS, and on the y-axis we have taken the price. Now you can see the quantity supplies 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 we have taken, and the price 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. When we will locate these points and by joining all these points, you will get the supply curve, that is positively sloped. Price increases, quantity also increases, price decreases, so your quantity also decreases. Now let's discuss the market supply. Individual supply in which we have discussed about the relationship between price and quantity supplied of a individual firm or an individual producer. Now what is the meaning of the market supply? Market supply is the amount of a product that all the producers, maybe A producer, B producer, X, Y, Z, N number of the producers. So that means market supply is the amount of a product that all the producers are offering for sale in the market at a given price and at the given period of time. So now with this we can show in the schedule, with the help of the schedule and with the help of a diagram also. Here you can see price is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. At this prices the quantity supplied by the A producer, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and at the same prices the quantity which is supplied by the B producer is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now more producers can be there, but here we are taking only 2. So market supply you can get it by adding the quantity supplied of A, quantity supplied of B, or X, Y, Z. All the firms and all the producers, their supply will be added is equal to the market supply. So at the price of 2, the quantity supplied by both the producer, 10 plus 20 is equals to 30. 20 plus 30 equals to 50. 30 plus 40 equals to 70. 40 plus 50 equals to 90, and 50 plus 60 equals to 110. Same thing we are showing over here. This is the individual supply curve of a producer. This is individual supply curve of the B producer, and this is the market supply curve which we are getting by the addition of producer A and producer B. That means quantity supplied by the A producer plus quantity supplied by B producer is equals to the market supply. Now the next topic is the supply function. Supply function, that means supply function shows the functional relationship between the quantity supplied of a commodity and its various determinants or the factors. So here these are the factors or the determinants of the supply function. Supply is the function of Px. Px stands for price of the X commodity. PR stands for the price of the related goods. PF, price of the factors of production. G stands for the government policy. T stands here for the state of technology. E stands for expectation of the future prices, and NF stands for the number of firms. Now we will start by one by explaining the each and every factors affecting the supply. So first I am going to start with the supply is the function of price of X commodity. Now the first factor here I am going to start, that supply is a function of price of X commodity, and this is the most important determinant of the supply of the commodity, that is its price only. So if other things being equal, that means all these factors are if they are constant. So that means if the other things being equal, the supply of the commodity is directly related with the price of the X commodity. That means if the initial price is P, so the quantity is OQ. If the price increases from P to P2, so quantity will also increase from Q to Q2. Similarly, if the initial price is P and if the price decreases from P to P1, its quantity will also decrease from Q to Q1. So there is a positive relationship between the price and the quantity supplied. That means, in other words, we can say that there is a direct relationship between the price of the product and its quantity supplied when the other things being constant. Generally, higher the price, higher is the quantity supplied, and vice versa, due to which the supply curve will be positively sloped. That means that is upward sloping from left to right. If price is OP, if price increases from OP to OP2, the quantity will also increase from OQ to OQ2. Similarly, if the price decreases from OP to OP1, the quantity will also decrease from OQ to OQ1. So that means if price increases, quantity increases, price decreases, quantity also decreases. So there is a positive or a direct relationship between the price and the quantity supplied. That is why the slope of the supply curve is positively sloped. Now the second factor is that supply is the function of the price of the related goods. Price of the related goods like substitute goods and the complementary goods. So there is, if other things being equal, the supply of the commodity, it's depend upon the price of the related goods also, and there is an inverse relationship between the price of the product and the quantity supplied of the product. So that means if the price increases, the quantity supplied of the same commodity will decreases, because now the producer will not sell the product at the less prices, because the price of the related good increases, so that producer will sell the more quantity at the higher prices. So the existing commodity producer will not sell its quantity. So that means there is an inverse relationship. Similarly, if the price of the related good decreases, then the existing commodity producer will increase its quantity supplied. So there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity supplied. That means if the price of the related product increases, that means the supply of the commodity under the question will fall, because producing the other product is now more profitable. Similarly, if the price of the related product decreases, then the supply of the commodity under question will rise, because producing other product is now less profitable. So that is why we can say there is an inverse relationship between the supply and the price of the related product. Now the third factor is supply is a function of the price of factors of production. Price of factors of production, that means the inputs which are used by the producers to produce. So change in the price of the factors of product, how it is going to affect the supply? There is an inverse relationship between the price of the factors and the quantity supplied. First of all, if the price of the factors of the production, just like land, labor, capital, if it becomes costly, then the quantity supplied by the producer will reduce. Reason behind, because if the input price increases, then the cost of production increases, and if the cost of production increases, so profit of the producer reduces, and if his profit reduces, he will reduce the supply. Similarly, if the price of the factors of production decreases, that means the cost of production also decreases, and if cost of production decreases, his profit increases, which leads to the more quantity supplied. So that is why there is an inverse relationship between the price of the factors and the quantity supplied. Now the next factor is the supply is the function of the government policy. Now taxation and the subsidies of the government, all these are the two policies of the government which affects the market supply of a commodity, and it shifts the and it affects to the supply curve also. Now first of all, let's think about the first policy of the government, that is taxation. If the tax increases, just like if the government increases the excise duty, so automatically the cost of production for the producer, that will increase, and if cost of production increases, it will reduce its profit margin, and if his profit margin reduces, so he will reduce its supply. So there is an inverse relationship between the government policy and the supply. Similarly, if we will take the example of the second tool of the government policy, that is subsidy. If the subsidy increases, then the cost of production will reduce, so it automatically leads to the more profit margin for the producer, by which the producer will start supplying the more commodity. So there is a positive relationship between the subsidy and the supply. So these are the government policies. Now the next factor is supply is the function of the technology. Like, see, the technological advancement, if more technological advancement is there, upgradation of the technology is there, so that means the per unit cost of the production will reduce, and if per unit cost of the production reduces, it will leads to the increase in the profit margin of the producer, and when his profit will increase, he will increase its supply. So this is, in this way you can say that technological advancement and supply has a positive relationship. Now the other factor is the future expectation. Future expectation, that means if the producer expects that the price of the commodity to rise in the near future, then the current supply will decrease. And if he expects that the price to fall in the near future, then he will increase the current supply. This is the future expectation. And the last one is the number of firms. That means increase in the number of firms implies an increase in the market supply, and decrease in the number of firms implies a decrease in the number of the firms results in decrease in the market supply. So these all are the factors or the determinants of the supply function.